Welcome, Eurovision fans. It's sidneyrpaul with my reaction to Melodifestivalen, Sweden's national final. But first, if you are a subscriber to my channel, welcome back and thank you for your support. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And remember to subscribe, ring the bell so you can get notifications when I post a new video. Also, everyone, like my videos, share my videos, and comment. Okay? So Sweden has chosen their representative for Eurovision 2024. So, nu går vi. Okay, so let's talk about Melodifestivalen, their final. Now, I've watched, in the past years, I wasn't able to watch, any of the, any of the semifinals. I would have to go into the Melodifestivalen archive and they weren't always there. Anyway, but now SVT has it to where you can watch it almost immediately after it occurs. The only thing is, for me, it's not trying to get a spoiler by seeing other videos and reactions. So you got to just stay away from YouTube. I stay away from YouTube until I actually watch the final. So anyway, so there were 12 acts. So two from each acts from each semifinal went straight to the final, and then there was a second chance. I wouldn't call it a whole semifinal because it was part of, it was an addition to semifinal 5, where the two acts from each semifinal who were given a second chance, they all, I guess you could say competed, but they were voted on, and two of them went on to the final. Now, let me see. I like the idea of the way the Melodifestivalen does, the second chance, I guess you could call it a semifinal. The only thing is that the acts that performed in semifinal 5 who got the second chance had an upper hand on the acts who had previously performed and received a second chance from the other semifinals, because they were fresh in the minds of the voters and the other acts were not. And I would suggest, in the future, they work out some kind of way to even that playing field where the acts from semifinal 5 who get the second chance, don't have that clear advantage over the other acts. Either play a recording of their performance or have them perform again, before the voting. I know that's going to be, that extends that semifinal, but then maybe you should have a whole nother semifinal, okay? Because that's clearly was a disadvantage, because the acts that were given a second chance for semifinal 5 were the acts that actually were chosen, that got the most votes to go on to the final. All right, and for me, I believe that's because they were fresh in the minds of the voters, because they just performed, and the other acts had not. And there was no, I thought that I was really surprised that they did that, as an ending of semifinal 5, because I was expecting a whole nother show. But I mean, I was surprised, but it was a pleasant surprise. But I thought there was going to be some type of performing of those acts who were sent to that competition, just to give them, the same, same level of playing field as those acts who just went semifinal 5. Okay, let's move on. So here was the running order for the final. First up, opening the show was Maria Suhr, then Jay Smith, then Lisa Ajax, then Smashing to Pieces, followed by Cassiopeia, then Anika Valderholder, followed by Marcus and Martinez, Doctor, then Medina. After Medina was Liamo, followed by Jacqueline, and closing the show was Danny Saucedo. Okay, so let me just say this. All of those acts were great acts. I can understand why they were sent to, the acts that were sent to straight to final were sent straight to the final, and the acts that from the second chance were chosen to go there. Maria Suhr was in the final once before. Jay Smith. Now, Jay Smith has a great voice. If you're singing country music, I get a chuckle out of hearing a country western song performed by acts other than acts in the United States. It was a great job. So I understand why he ended up going to the final. When in his semifinal, when I heard him perform, he's like, okay, he could be a spoiler, because it was unique, it was different. Okay. Lisa Ayak. Now, her song, it was a good song. The lyrics are great, but I wasn't a total fan of the song. Lisa Ayak has a great voice, and she's performing Melodifestivalen and before. Songs I can't remember them, but she has a great voice. Smashing the Pieces, of course, I love them. From the last time they were in the final. Cassiopeia, love her song. Yes, I love Cassiopeia. Now, Anika Valderholder, I think I said that right. Her song "Light" is a song that is truly a Eurovision song. Songs about going into the light, looking at the light, bringing up the light, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but she has a great voice. Let's see, Marcus and Martinez. Unforgettable. Staging was awesome. Now I got to say a couple of the stagings were like a music video, and this is one of them. The song is good. It's not as I don't like it as much as I like Air. All right, Air was wonderful. They came in second. They would have won, but Loreen. So, but Marcus Martinez, great. They're great act. I like the song. It's on my playlist. Well, it's on my Eurovision 2024 playlist, which you should check out, and all my other playlists. Just look it up. Anyway, Doctor. This song, it's hard to write you a love song. Didn't really care for it. It's not Bulletproof. I think Bulletproof is the best song. Even Little Tot I didn't care for that. I didn't think it was as good as Bulletproof. I think Bulletproof was and maybe the best. And I think everyone remembers Bulletproof. And for this Doctor, the performance, she has a great voice. Just didn't like the song. Didn't like the staging. Didn't like her styling. She looked great though. She looked great. After having a baby, great. She looked great. Medina, always fun. Fun song, having a good time song. Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad if Medina was representing Eurovision. Sweden in Eurovision. It's something different. Liamo, I love Bluffing. Okay, Dragon is a good song. The staging was wonderful. The fire, dragon fire, and he got the fire and had the fire in his hand. Wonderful, wonderful. So I heard that when he was in the semifinal, that was supposed to happen, and it didn't happen. It didn't work, but it worked this time, and it was great. Dragon, it's a good song, lovely Elmo, but I didn't. I like Bluffing better. This one, it was good. And I wouldn't have been disappointed if it was sent to Eurovision, but I mean, it was okay. Jacqueline, okay, Jacqueline, beautiful. Uh, I love it. It's a video quality staging, like it's on a video. It was beautiful. She has a great voice. The song is wonderful. I love it. All right. Some people don't like good pop songs, but I love pop songs. So anyway, and Danny Saucedo. Now, I love this song. Um, dance was electronic. Love Danny Saucedo. He had a song a couple of years ago. I think it was in Swedish. Yes, it was. And I was so disappointed I didn't get to the final. I thought it was a good song. But anyway, Danny Saucedo closed out um, the final. So, just about any of these songs could have, I'm looking at my notes here, could have, went to Eurovision and, well, not all of them. Lisa Ajax, probably no. Um, Anika, no. Doctor, no. Maria Sewer, her song was good, but then when I heard it in the final, um, I said, that would not be a good song to represent Sweden. No, Jay Smith, it would have been different, of course, for Sweden. It would have been different, a different type of song, country western for Sweden. Yeah, that would have been different, but people would be surprised. I wouldn't have mind, if that would have went. So anyway, let's get down to it. So now, in 12th place was Doctor with It's Not Easy to Write You a Love Song. Don't like the theme of the song. It's not easy to write a love song. I mean, songs like that for me, I just don't like it. I think it's just a cop out song. You could thought whoever else, you could thought of something else. It reminds me of what's his name from Denmark who won it with story fairy tale, and came back again with This Is How You Write a Song. Really, that was really trash. Fairy tale was trash too, but for that Eurovision of that year is probably the best trash of all those songs. Is all of them were trash. Anyway, let's move on. So Doctor came in last, and I can see that. Awful Liar by Lisa Ajax was 11th. Back to My Roots with Jay Smith was 10th. Effortless by Jacqueline was 9th, which I was surprised that it came in so low. I was expecting it to be higher. But okay. This is the first time Jacqueline's been in Melodifestivalen, and I don't remember her in any of it. I watched them, many of them from the archives, so maybe that's why. Okay, but she was sent directly to the final on the after the first performance. So I don't know. Light by Nika Vakeholder is 8th. When I'm Gone by Maria Sewer, 7th. Happy that You Found Me by Danny Saucedo, 6th, which I thought that would have garnered more votes, but it didn't. Dragon was fifth. Liamo, which, yeah, I mean, I thought he would come up higher. Give My Heart a Break by Cassiopeia was fourth, which I'm glad for Cassiopeia. Um, Heroes Are Calling smashed into pieces. I'm not surprised about that. By that, I it was based on their last two, um, performance in the finals. Uh, at some point, I would think that they're going to end up representing Sweden in Eurovision. Number two, Que Sera by Medina. Medina also. Yeah, and that was and then number one, Unforgettable, Marcus and Martinez, which I'm not surprised. They came in second behind Laureen last year, so I expected them to get a lot of votes, and I'm not surprised that they won this year. I think they're going to do. I hope that they do well. They should do well at Eurovision. Their performance is sleek. They have great vocals, dancing. It's fun. I mean, it just looks like a music video. I've heard it remind people, other commentators, YouTubers, commentators for Eurovision, were saying that they receive comments that it reminds them of Dance You Off. I can't even think of the guy's name now. But yeah, this is better than Dance You Off. Much better. Okay. Sweden, this is great. And let me say this. There are some people who are like, Sweden, they sing the same thing, pop, pop, well, guess what? They do it well. Why wouldn't you send what you do well? They do it well. They do great pop. The pop is great. The staging is great. Okay? You know what? If your country is not at that level, then they need to get at that level. Okay? When your country finds somewhere where they do they're the best at, and it's their formula, their niche, and they send it to Eurovision, they do well, they're going to continue to do that. Don't try to get down on Sweden because they do pop so well. They can do pop, any type of pop. They can do ballad pop, rock pop, whatever pop, country pop, and they do well. They stage well. The whole performance is very sleek, professional. It looks great. Don't be mad at Sweden, all right, because your country is not doing as well as they're doing, and they don't have it together like Sweden has together. Go to your country's delegation and put a fire under them and tell them to get it together. Don't be bashing on Sweden because Sweden got it. They have it. Okay? Don't be mad. Do something about it. Tell your country that they need to get to the level of that Sweden has. Okay? So that's what you do. Anyway, let's move right along. So Marcus and Martinez will be representing Sweden at Eurovision 2024 in May in Malmo. Malmö, they only have to go 600 kilometers to get there. So they don't have to worry about the semifinal. They're already going to pop up in the final. So great. I think they'll do well. They should do well. If they don't do well, it'll be a travesty. So that's what I have. What do you think? Comment. Let me know what you think of Melofest 2024. Marcus and Martinez Unforgettable. Okay, leave a comment. Remember, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. Like my video, share it, comment. Once again, comment. If you have a reaction request, send it to my email, which is in the description. Don't forget, go to my Patreon, join a tier now. Yeah, I don't have a lot of videos on Patrons, but they're coming. They're coming. Join a tier. Okay? So, until next time, adios.